Welcome to Week 1 of the NFL preseason, where the rookies of today hope to become the stars of tomorrow. It's the Chiefs and the Bears, and it's all up next.
Just off Lakeshore Drive, nestled next to Lake Michigan. That's where you find historic Soldier Field in the great city of Chicago, Illinois. Today, it's a preseason matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Chicago Bears. Charles Davis alongside me, and I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, folks, the wait is over. Yes, it's just the preseason, but football is back in your living room.
And I'm excited. I know you are as well. The summer heat feels good on these old bones, especially because we're not putting on pads. We don't have to be out there in that heat running into other people. But I'm glad these guys are. Football is back.
Here's Cairo Santos now, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field. This one fielded at the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Time to get our first look at one of the star faces of the NFL, Patrick Mahomes and his Kansas City offense. Really the gold standard among NFL offenses since he became the starter in 2018.
When talking about Patrick Mahomes, what's a normal season for him is probably a career year for 99% of the other quarterbacks in the game today. 4,800 yards, 37 touchdowns, and a 4th straight trip to the AFC title game. He is making sure that all of us understand what he is doing is sometimes beyond spectacular, and his team follows accordingly. When he's under center, KC always has a shot.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Mahomes going to throw. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. On the move past the 40. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find him at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And the final number, pretty impressive courtesy of Next Gen Stats, 21.4 miles per hour. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 7-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. The Chicago's offense running out, and something they hope to see for years and years to come. Second-year pro Justin Fields leading the way.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage. Our team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in. Get calm before you go for the big strikes.
Now Herbert to start the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. On 2nd and 9. Fields. Flush to his right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down.
That's multiple times now. He's tagged them with a big gain with his legs. Really showing off some nice awareness and the ability to correctly realize when he's got a chance to tuck it and go himself.
Fields going to keep it once more. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. 9 yards on the first down. Keeper in at 2nd and 1.
Now that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop it.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
From the 50, here's Fields.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
George Karlaftis
Drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go, shh.
There is a hush indeed. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Here's the rookie out of Rutgers, Isaiah Pacheco.
And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line. And after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
Here's the Chiefs punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick.
Oh, the return is Scott.
Gets around him.
A good head-down running on the return. Gets about 15 yards.
And the Bears take over.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Now on 2nd and 13.
Fields. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
They were backed up behind the sticks, but he still found a way to make that first down happen. That's the kind of fight every coach hopes his franchise quarterback has in him. Look a tough situation like that in the eye and come up with a solution on the spot.
Fields on 1st down. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
On 2nd down, a run with Herbert.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass.
And 4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Mahomes now to throw. To the right side, it's Kelsey. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And it'll leave them with 3rd and a full yard to go. Now here's Mahomes.
He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer. Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ikey's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
Throwing now is Mahomes. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling.
And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up.
First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it.
And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Mahomes. And he floats one there, incomplete. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10.
Fields.
And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left.
That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Herbert.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 23. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team, because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
2nd and 5 now. Fields. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Fields to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
On 1st down, it's Fields. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
Fields going to keep it once more.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Now Fields.
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Call it a loss of 8 there, and it's going to lead to a 4th down. 4th and goal.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Cairo Santos, former Chiefs kicker, on for the field goal try. This from 32 yards away. Santos' kick is up and through, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
KC's offense ready to take over.
And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes.
They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
From just shy of midfield, Mahomes. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked up by Jalen Johnson. gets it. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The Chicago offense set to get started. And they'll take over here following the interception with a chance to tie the ball game. It's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Fields, a throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here's Fields. Fields hit and the ball is loose. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Santos' kick is up and through, and that'll bring him back within 4. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Taken in at the 3. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Now it's the backup Gabbert. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack. Dominique Robinson with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage, well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. On the return is Pettis. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And they will take over 1st and 10. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want a drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants a drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw is Walker. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And he will have the Bears first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
first down. Walker.
There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 38.
Here's Walker.
Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Walker.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
To throw is Walker.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Equanimeous St. Brown. 36 yards.
And the Bears have moved out in front.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set. And racing, going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. Santos with the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Hand off to Bonifant. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd and 1, here's Gabbard. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
The offense ready to go, and again it's P.J. Walker at quarterback.
5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route too.
They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Walker now.
So he stopped for no gain. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Now here's Trenton Gill on to punt.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Here's Edwards-Helaire.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
Play action now. Gabbert.
Open man is the tight end, Noah Gray.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 41-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 41. Gabbert now.
That's taken in by Watson. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage.
A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. To throw, Gabbert.
Got his man complete, Moore.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 17-yard line.
Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Ross. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
This defense is really flown around in the 1st half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 4. Gabbert to throw it. Rolling to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
That's how multiple defenders getting pressure. And it's a loss of 6. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. A 33-yarder from the left hash. Butker's kick here is good, and that's going to tie us at 13. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. The Chicago offense set to get started. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Now Foreman. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Walker.
Throw left side, complete to Scott. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his 1-on-2 matchup.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. To throw again on second down. Walker.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Joshua Williams with a pick. So a nice play defensively by the rookie, coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Second down, Gabbert.
That's into the hands of Fortson.
And now off to the races down the right side.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
A very nice job right there, working the middle of the field, able to create some separation, and then utilize it to not just make the catch, but turn upfield once he got the ball in his hands.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Gabbert.
Open man is Fortson. He's got it. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard.
Now Gabbert. Wide open receiver complete.
And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
To the air again, Gabbert.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Well, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. John Ross, a 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Chiefs will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Butker on for the PAT. And they will take a 7-point lead now. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Bears going to take over now late in this first half. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, he finds Pettis complete. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. From the 27, Walker. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
And Walker now to throw on first down. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet.
Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Time now for a check of the next-gen stats for KC in that first half. And our statisticians got through a couple of pencils already. This offense is on pace for potentially 500 yards in passing. That's pretty incredible. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they too were able to take advantage of a soft secondary, as both of these two teams really threw the ball at will in that first half.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
Taken in at the 3. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up third down.
A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, the next-gen stat's going to show just how much time he had to make a decision, and it's not much. 3 seconds, the final clocking.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a fourth down.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter.
And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. He'll return it from the 6.
The Bears offense ready to get going again.
A run by Foreman to start the drive. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Now Walker. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Under pressure, and down he goes. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Fielded at the 20. Oh, good move. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
He got 29 yards that time.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 41. They go play action. Gabbert. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Dominique Robinson able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Here's Gabbert. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
On 3rd down, Gabbert. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. Butker's kick here is good, and that'll push the lead up to 8. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Now the Bears offense ready to take over again.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Walker's throw complete here to Kmet.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
Now Walker. Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down.
Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
To throw is Walker. Open man is Kmet, the tight end.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now they'll run the option to the short side left.
Walker hit and the ball is out.
And it's picked up by the Chiefs. There he goes, right side. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Butker now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
This one fielded at the 5. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Bears now ready to take over again.
They'll start the drive with a give to Foreman.
Tershawn Wharton, the one to get him to the ground on the defensive side.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he stopped immediately there. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
To throw is Walker. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down.
Taking it about the 16. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing, Gabbard. And he'll go right back to Moore, complete again.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Here's Bonifant. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That one a first down pickup of 8.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
A first down throw for Gabbert. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. To throw again on second down. Gabbert. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Gabbert now. Dancing to his left. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt, and that will extend their lead even further.
And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Bears offense out there set and ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
From the 29, Walker. Open man here is Scott, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Going on the ground with Homer. He'll get this up to about the 44. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Play action now. Walker. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Walker. This one incomplete. Almost picked off by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. And now here comes Kansas City. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw, Gabbert. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Here's the Chiefs punter now. He's been terrific so far. Here comes Pettis on the return. So call that a 56-yard punt with a return of about 11. And the Bears take over.
Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34. Walker now.
And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. Now the Chiefs offense ready to go again. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
Play fake. Gabbard. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. Throwing again on 2nd down. Gabbard. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
That's another beautiful throw right there. It gets it to his man right in stride, and I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm, they've been sharp, they've been on it, and they pick up another 1st down there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Gabbard to throw it.
Finds his receiver, Watson. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Gabbard now from the 50. Pressure comes and down he goes.
Dominique Robinson. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Gabbard on the move to his left. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. Steps away. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And not what he was hoping for there as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over.
And certainly this, not the performance that they were hoping for to begin the exhibition season, but still plenty to watch for in this 4th quarter. On 1st and 10, Walker.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Walker flushed out right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a halt.
Walker.
Being chased out left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
Walker looking to throw on 4th down. Well, the corner gets a hand on it, but he still makes the play.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
A first down throw for Walker.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down. Looking to throw. Walker.
And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down.
Back to throw again.
Open man is Darius Fountain. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 41. They'll look to throw again. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Walker.
And that will be incomplete.
Fourth down, Walker.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They run again with Bonifant. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. To throw is Gabbert. Eluding the pressure right. Pass caught by Reggie Bonifant. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. How about this? They'll try the option. Left side. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. Now Gabbert.
Got his man complete. Moore.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Gabbert now. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Joe Fortson from 8 yards out as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
Well, it seemed like they were so focused elsewhere they forgot about the tight end spot, and he's the one that burns him there to make this a 3-score game here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
I think there might be a little bit of defensive fatigue from those guys on that side of the ball, partner, because they've been spending their time trying to stop them from all angles. This time the tight end gets them.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And they open the lead up now to 25. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on fourth. Didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on fourth down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go-around.
Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Working out of the gun here, Walker.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
To throw is Walker. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Now Walker. And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. Remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had one pick. It could have been his second, but instead it's 4th down.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down.
A run here with Bonifay.
And they will rally and stop him short of the 1st down. They get him to the ground at the 26. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front seven today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
After the sack on first down, Walker. That's complete right side to Kmet. Now Walker.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Talk about two sides of the ball at cross purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. That front seven, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby.
And they will take over 1st and 10. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. They lead big. Quite the kickoff, really, to this exhibition schedule as they start once more with a 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. They run with Bonifant. And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away.
Going to be caught here left side, Moore.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a 1st down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st.
Now Edwards-Helaire. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City 1st down.
And sometimes things come together exactly like you want. It's not just been the volume of carries he's had in this contest. It's been the production as well.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Now a handoff running through the middle. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.